It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back as we take another techie turn. Yes, I know, kids are getting a lot of screen time. It comes with the territory these days. And in some ways, screen time has, I think, as a whole, is unavoidable. Especially if you're a parent of young children, it becomes a necessary crutch at times. But that doesn't mean that it has to be damaging to your child. Curating your child's experience with technology is extremely important, vital now. So here are some tablet games, and I use the term games loosely, for children that are safe and educational, because they're fun and they present like a game, but they're actually learning tools.
Exactly, and I think one of the reasons we need to be more conscious, we have tablets like this and we give our kids...
That's not a tablet.
This is a tablet,
That's
okay?
the biggest tablet that has ever been born.
Well, you know, Samsung tabs, they're the best.
It's amazing.
But like, we give our children tablets, right? Because they're easy and they're portable to use, but we don't necessarily think about what kind of games they're playing. And that's why I think we often like criticize the medium, which is like, oh, screen time, but can learn from the benefits of thinking about the games that we are feeding them.
These are learning tools. I've watched tablets being used with, and I know I'm using an extreme example, with autistic children that have had breakthroughs. They've been able to tap into the child of a mind in a way that few other practical tools can. And this, of course, introduces them to the use of technology in a very powerful way.
There's a lot of literacy that children are going to need to use going into the working world.
More so now than ever before.
And in ways that we can't imagine as adults. And preparing them for this unforeseeable future is important. And one of the things that we can do is provide educational games that they are facilitating their time with.
This is one of my absolute favorites. My 2-year-old is developing an ability in this game. Like, she gets it.
You know this game better than I do.
Yeah,
so
we call it Trolls, okay, because she can't say Think Rolls. It's called Trolls in our family, but Think Rolls is amazing, and it's super cute as well.
Yeah, so Think Rolls 2 is a great game for kids to play. It's a platformer, so it's a genre that we are kind of all familiar with as old school gamers, but the focus is on problem solving and puzzle solving. So the kind of skills that your child's going to learn is lateral thinking, which is a skill that you can't learn at school, unfortunately, though our education system does not accommodate for lateral thinking. And lateral problem solving is something I only got to learn in university. And for kids to start learning that from, you know...
And you're a lateral thinker.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I thrive with thinking laterally, and I think that's a skill set everybody should have. And having tools like games like Think Rolls to get kids to think laterally is a great idea. And maybe you'll learn a thing or two to go, like, solving problems in a weird way. Have you had a moment?
There are those rather kind of sobering moments where I give the tablet back. I'm like, no, you can do this one yourself. Just persevere.
My dad with maths homework. Dad, help me with my maths homework in grade 5. So, no, you can do this. You can do this.
Terrified. Okay, I absolutely love that. And you can start them early, man. Preschool is a great time because their brains are engaging with the world and they are consuming new stuff.
And the great thing about tablet screens, that's why I haven't said phone games in this, is that they're big and interactive. And we'll see a little bit now. But there
is some fine motor skill involved as well.
Yeah, and they'll learn that, you know, as they go along. So preschool learning games for kids is actually the name of a game that I highly recommend. It's a game that will help preschoolers particularly learn the alphabet, basic stuff, learn the alphabet, counting numbers, stuff that they might learn from a TV show. You know, that like kids' TV shows will try and teach them how to count and spell and so on. But having an interactive game means that there are active participants in the experience of learning.
They love it, yeah.
Like in a way that you would only get to see or experience in the classroom. But now you can facilitate that. I'm not a preschool teacher. Yeah. That's a whole nother skill set of its own. So to have a device that I can sit with my child and learn the ABCs with a technique that is approved by preschool or used by preschool teachers means that I can give my child a head start.
And you're leaning on kind of years of you know, composite learning here as well in the space. But what I love the most about it, it's one-on-one. So when they're learning in a class environment, it's one teacher to a group of kids. In this space, one tablet, one child with a parent helping. That's very focused learning. I love that.
So let me demonstrate the next game. So the next game is called Piano Kids. And this is just demonstrates how it's nice to have a bigger screen to be able to do stuff. So if you want to learn some musical instruments early days, this is a great tool to do that. You can choose, let me just turn this up so everybody can hear what's going on.
Chopsticks.
So this is, Oh, so we can play. Do you want to play a song? What you can do is you can learn a song by clicking on song. Let's do which one?
My name is
no Old MacDonald. Let's do Old MacDonald Had a Farm because I haven't heard this in a long time. So. So like. So that's so like I'm learning how to play a musical instrument, and you can choose between piano or a guitar and have. So this music theory is really basic music theory, but a child jumping into this to be able to play an instrument,
their brain understand,
and give them a head start when those classes begin, which is great.
And it's a good way for you to. It's indirectly you're going to monitor their screen time because there's only so much of that you can take as a parent. Okay. If you want to limit them to like half an hour, trust me, after half an hour of hearing them play that,
knees and toes, knees and toes. Oh no!
There's a reason why the batteries keep disappearing out of a lot of the tech that my kid has. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. The battery's gone dead. I absolutely love that. It's fun and it's engaging. And it also, it kind of starts them on this digital path. And I'm so glad you said that we're not even going to be able to conceive of how they're going to be using their digital selves in the future. We just don't know. But one thing is absolutely certain. They will be learning through digital platforms and mediums more than ever. So you've got to start them on that path. And these are fun for you and the kids.
Yeah.
It's super cute.
And who wants smarter kids? All of us.
All of us. Absolutely love that. Educational apps, games that can be used to educate your child and start them on their own digital journey.